Howdy, Possum Patty here, and this is going to be just a little of this, a little of that, and a little chat. So come on along. And did I stop in a different Dollar Tree? Yes, I did. And I bought a few things. I actually would have bought a lot more, but you know, we've got to restrain ourselves. I'm loving these little wooden pieces. Now, I bought a set for my steampunk journal, and these were clocks. We like our clockworks. They're steampunk. And these are wooden pressed, but they're very thin and perfect for a journal. I know I took one out the other day, but I love them so much. They have a lot of detail, and they're very thin, and they're already kind of like a brown. I don't even know. You don't even have to paint these. Maybe put a little bit more distress on there or something, but they're kind of nice just the way they are. And so I didn't see too many different kinds at the Dollar Tree I went to the other day. But the Dollar Tree that I stopped at today, Mamma Mia, she had just put these out. And I know that because when I went through the register, she said, "I see you found all the things I just put out." So of course, with Valentine's Day coming up, I had to get the hearts. Aren't they beautiful? And I thought these keys would go super with the steampunk, so I'm going to put these in with my steampunk right away so I don't lose them. And then I have two sort of spring, summer journals that I'm working on. And look at these little dragonflies. I love these. Ooh, you know what? Maybe a little shimmer or sparkle paint, just a little bit on there. Those are going to be awesome. And there's a different dragonfly down here at the bottom. And kind of a ladybug in the middle, kind of a beetle in the middle there. And then, of course, look at these gorgeouses. I think that's a rose. I don't know what they are, but they're really, really pretty flowers. These are called laser cut craft icons. And then the leaves. Now these could be for summer or fall. I might save them for the fall though. So I'll be putting these away for summer, this for fall, and then this for my, I think I'll put it in with the I Love Grandma book, and we'll see what happens with those. And then stickers, oh my gosh. Look at these insects. They're three-dimensional, they're holographic. They're ladybugs, the bottom. I love them. And then they had dragonflies. Ooh, sorry about all the glare today. Here we go. And more dragonflies. Look at these, they're so pretty. So these are more like pastel colors and more of a shimmer. And then these stickers kind of go with the sunflower stickers I bought the other day. They're three-dimensional and almost lifelike. These are hydrangeas, purple and blue hydrangeas. And these look like zinnias. I actually grew these one year, these like peppermint stripe ones. And the rest are pink and red. So I love those. So this will go into my spring and summer pile for journaling. And then I thought I would try out these Rich Art Acrylics paints. And you can see I got my Valentine colors here. So lavender, pink, red, and white. So I thought I would try these out with some jelly printing. Make some, maybe some flower paper or some paper with hearts on it. So I'm going to put these aside and see how they do for jelly plate printing. And that'll be another day. Well, then we stopped at Walmart. And I looked at the material, see if there was anything seasonal out. Because sometimes they have these little fat quarters with seasonal themes on it. And I just happened to see this one with the kitties. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And I had been saving some pictures of cats because I did my 12 catastrophes of Christmas, but I think it turned into 8 catastrophes. But I have some pictures of cats left over. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why don't I just make a little kitty journal? I don't know if it'll be a journal or just a glue book. It might be just a glue book, but... And I could use this after I finish my Asian themed one, or while I'm doing my Asian themed one. And I just thought this material was so precious. Look at all these little kitties on here. We have a calico, and we have an Abyssinian, and I don't see an Abyssinian on here, but these are really cute. So I was cleaning off the shelf to make room for all these new journals that I'm planning, right? And I found, it's down on the floor, everything's on the floor. I found this book that I had purchased a long time ago called Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot. There's my bird clock, and it's the American Robin O'Clock. And this is a paperback that was published in, the last date on here is 1982. The original book was 1939. The copyright was renewed in 1967 by a family member. And these are the poems that the Broadway show Cats is based on. And I thought this was very cool. And why don't I, Song of the Jellicles, take this, and I could put some of these illustrations and some of these words into the journal. Macavity the Mystery Cat. And I also had gotten this at Christmas in a Chinese auction or New England swap, whatever you want to call it, with Grumpy Kitty. So I have all these pages. This one's getting wrinkled. I'm going to stick it back in there somewhere. And then I was going to do my possum art doll using the legs that was part of the calendar, and I did, oops, sorry, got to reach here, print out a head for that. So I have the head and the feet and the body and the background. So this will go in that book too. So how big is this? Let's see, this is about 5.5 by 8. So I might just go ahead and make a 6 1/4 by 9 1/4 inch journal like the other one, something like that. And then I can put this on the cover too, or on the inside or on the outside. We'll see. I'll come up with an idea. But so now I'm just throwing all things cat into this bag. Well, I'm trying to get organized. Okay, so those were my 2 purchases, Dollar Tree and Walmart. And now I have some happy mail from Denny in Pennsylvania. And I'm taking a peek here, and I can see that this is some Asian themed goodies. I had put out a request during my last video when I was working in my Asian themed glue book, that if anybody would like to send me some goodies for my glue book, that I would enter them in a birthday challenge. Possum Patty February birthday challenge extravaganza. This is from Heather C. So I still have quite a few pages in here to go. I started working on a few of them here and there. I have another signature here. I can always add more pages. This is a travel style journal that I prepped last year. I started working on it last year, and I decided to get it out and do some more work in there, some glue book work. So my request was, if anybody out there would like to send me just one little thing, I mean more is fine, but all I want is one little item. It can be Asian themed, it could be spring blossoms, or it could be tiger, because February starts the year of the tiger on the Chinese calendar. So again, for Possum Patty's birthday extravaganza giveaway, from now probably into March, give people plenty of time, I'll set an end date probably around the middle of March, like March 15th. So between now and then, if you come across any pictures that have an Asian theme to them, or a spring blossom theme, or a tiger, because it's the year of the tiger, and you just have to send me one little thing, I will enter you in this giveaway. Prize to be announced. So let's see what Denny sent. Oh, before I do that, this is not sponsored by YouTube. You must be 18 years of age or older. You must be a subscriber. And if you want to send me something, then you can email me. If you have a computer and you go on YouTube with your computer, you can see that in the About section, if you scroll down a little bit, it says there's an address there, email address for business, whatever. And if you click on that, my email will show up. Or you can send me a message on Instagram, Possum Patty from Pennsylvania. Or put something in the comments below and I'll figure out a way to contact you and get you my address. So again, just send me one little simple thing. I'll put it in my glue book. I'll enter you in the giveaway. And this is for my birthday. So thank you in advance if you're planning on sending me something. Much, much appreciated. So Denny sent this gorgeous card with the tulips. And she is wishing me well in 2022. She sent me some items for my glue book. The large print is a little old and fragile, she said. I hope I can get this into my glue book. I don't know, it's kind of wide. I don't want to break it up, but I might have to. Well, if I take it apart, I'll save the pieces and put all the pieces together again. And she's talking about feeding her birds. She set up a new platform feeder. And she had house finches and juncos and a downy woodpecker checking in at her new platform feeder. And I stopped at the store yesterday, the job lot, Ocean State job lot, to buy some more suet and seeds for the birds because we're supposed to get another snowstorm a little bit on Friday and maybe a lot on Saturday. So I want those birds to be stocking up. Now this is like it's almost like a felt, a pressed paper or a handmade paper or something. Beautiful image there, the lady with her fan, the flowers in her hair. I love this tree here. But this, look at this, this is gorgeous. I don't even want to cover this up. And then there's a playing card with a little village with some boats in the background. And this is a playing card, as you can see. And then there is some paper that these things were in. And then they look like pink magnolias. That's what they look like. Gorgeous. Look at that. Anything like this. Beautiful pink envelope. And again, this beautiful spring print. So that is it. So again, for my birthday, if you wish to send me just one thing would be awesome. I will enter you in the giveaway, my birthday giveaway, which is from now to like March 15th. We'll go to the middle of March. And thank you, Denny. These will be going in my glue book. And yes, here it is, my Christmas in July monster journal with many pages left in here to do. So I thought maybe, since there's summer journaling in here because I started it in the summer, that I would just take it out on the 25th of the month and work on some pages. Now the first empty page here is this beautiful, and I'm going to call this a golden Labrador retriever, I guess, or a golden retriever. It's either a Labrador retriever or a golden retriever. And it reminded me of my old dog Shannara from many years ago when my son was just a baby. Actually, we got the dog before he was born. So this is over 40 years ago. And she was a beautiful mix, Labrador, golden retriever, collie, I think the vet said. Best dog ever. She was a rescue. And we got her on Valentine's Day. So I'm just going to do a simple page here. And it's going to be a little memory page for Shannara. And I think I'm going to use just a little bit of trim to cover up the calendar there. These colors I chose because it kind of goes with the page. Like that. And then I'm thinking I wanted her picture like right here next to this one. But I wanted to do some journaling too. So I can either glue this on like a pocket and just put a little journaling card in there, just do a little bit of memory keeping. Or I can put something up there and journal on that. Something like that. I used to call her Shannara, the best dog ever. Everybody loved her. She was so sweet. People used to borrow her. People who didn't have a dog wanted to borrow her just to take her places and walk her around. We had a college student rooming upstairs in our house, and he would ask to borrow her, and he'd put a nice little scarf around her neck and go walk her around the college campus. And all the girls would come up and talk to him to say how cute she was and how friendly. She was friendly, but she was protective. I had a daycare, and she would sit on the stairs in the back hallway and watch the parents drop off the kids every morning. And then she would sit there and watch the parents pick the kids up. And I'm telling you, she just sat and watched. And if anybody came into that hallway that she didn't know, she raised a fuss. She was not going to let anybody she didn't know into that daycare with the kids. And she used to go to the park with us when we took the kids to the park. And then sometimes she would sit under the table when the kids were having lunch. But the veterinarian said I had to stop that because she was eating everything that fell on the floor. And believe me, when you have 12 2-year-olds sitting at a table eating, a lot of stuff goes down on the floor. So she was protective but loving. And protective of everyone. I mean, not just her family. Everybody she knew she was protective of. Although it did get her into trouble one day. The old lady next door, who was a widow, and her dog had died. She would love for Shinar to go over and visit. And she'd sit on her front step, and Shinar would go over and she'd give Shinar some little treats for visiting her. And then one day, Shinar was sitting there with the lady, and the lady's brother came, and Shinar didn't know the brother. Well, he got out of his car, went to his trunk, and took out a very large chainsaw and started walking towards our neighbor. And of course, Shinar went into action and actually, sad to say, tried to bite his leg, as she was not gonna let him anywhere near her friend. But it turned out okay. He wasn't too badly hurt. Luckily, nobody pressed charges. I don't think the lady would have. Her brother might have wanted to, but I don't think she'd let him, because Shinar was her favorite. Very protective, but very loving. Okay, let's see. Now, I made this into a pocket, so I'm probably going to go off camera because I have to move this so I can cut a piece of card to put in there to do some journaling and think about if I want anything across the top. Okay, I'm thinking of putting sort of a craft colored ribbon to go across the top, sort of matching this trim at the bottom. And I have 3 that I would like to audition. Okay, I could go with this wide one with the white stitching, or this gingham, or this polka dot. Or I could put the polka dot on the wide one, or I could put the gingham on the wide one. And then I could put a little bit in this little tag here. Maybe I'll just use all 3. Well, I think that's it for today. There's my double ribbon with zigzag stitching and a little green bling bling hearts across the top. And those are the Dollar Tree. And then I did use the die to cut out this tag, and I put another picture of her sitting here with one of her kitties. And just a little bit of journaling on the back. Made a pocket from her picture. Isn't she beautiful? Oh gosh, she passed away many, 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 many years ago. So let's see, I did my hauls, Dollar Tree, did the Walmart, did a journal idea, did a happy mail, did a challenge, did a journal page. I think that's enough. Let's call it a day. So thanks for coming along today, and happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.